A 2018 meta-analysis of 33 randomized clinical trials published in JAMA Psychiatry found that resistance training reduces depression symptoms with an effect size of 0.66, comparable to antidepressant medication, and in some subpopulations exceeding it. The mechanism is not primarily endorphins. It involves BDNF, HPA axis regulation, and self-efficacy, a cascade of neurobiological changes that make strength training one of the most evidence-supported interventions for mental health available. Strength training is not just a physical habit. It is one of the most powerful and underutilized neurological interventions available for mood regulation, anxiety reduction, cognitive function, and self-efficacy. The mental health evidence base for resistance training is now larger than many people realize, and the dosage finding is particularly important. Twice per week is as effective as 5 times per week. Brett Gordon's 2018 JAMA Psychiatry meta-analysis aggregated data from 33 randomized controlled trials with 1,877 participants across clinical and non-clinical populations. Resistance training produced a large, statistically significant reduction in depressive symptoms with an effect size of 0.66. Critically, the effect was stronger in participants with higher baseline depression levels. And the frequency finding changed how clinicians now think about dosage. 2 sessions per week produced the same antidepressant effect as 5. More is not more. Multiple neurobiological pathways explain how strength training improves mental health. During each session, endorphin and endocannabinoid release produces the immediate post-workout mood elevation. In the 24 to 48 hours following, elevated BDNF enhances neuroplasticity and mood regulation. At 2 to 4 weeks, regular training normalizes HPA axis function, reducing the cortisol dysregulation underlying chronic anxiety and depression. And progressively, measurable physical improvement builds self-efficacy that transfers broadly across all other life domains you are trying to change. The mental health impact of resistance training extends across multiple psychological domains simultaneously. Depression symptom reduction shows the largest effect at 66%. Self-efficacy and confidence improvements measure at 74%, the largest single-domain effect in the literature. Anxiety reduction comes in at 58%, cognitive function improvement at 54%, and sleep quality improvement at 62%, reinforcing every other habit-building system in parallel. The most common barrier to strength training for mental health is a dosage misconception, the belief that significant mental health benefit requires frequent, intense training. The Gordon meta-analysis directly refutes this. Training frequency did not significantly moderate the depression effect. 2 sessions per week at moderate intensity delivered the same reduction in depressive symptoms as 5 sessions per week. The all-or-nothing barrier that prevents many people from starting is not supported by the evidence that matters most. The minimum effective dose protocol is built around the Gordon meta-analysis finding. 2 non-consecutive sessions per week delivers the full antidepressant effect, any 2 days. Each session centers on compound movements: squat variation, horizontal push, horizontal row. Compound movements engage the most muscle groups and produce the largest neurological and endocrine response. Progressive overload, adding small increments to main lifts every week or 2, activates the self-efficacy mechanism that is as neurologically important as the chemistry itself. 5 implementation decisions minimizing barriers and maximizing psychological benefit. Book 2 fixed weekly sessions in your calendar as therapy appointments, non-discretionary commitments. Structure each around 3 compound movements: squat variation, push, pull, 3 sets of 8 representatives each. Track every session, exercise, weight, representatives. Visible progress activates the self-efficacy loop central to the mental health benefit. Keep sessions to 45 minutes maximum. Find a training partner or class for your first 6 weeks. 3. If then plans for the periods when depression or anxiety make training feel most impossible, exactly when the research says you need it most. When you feel too depressed or anxious to train, go and do 1 exercise, 1 set. Showing up drives the psychological benefit regardless of volume. When you miss a session, do the next planned one without compensation or guilt. When you cannot access a gym, do a 20-minute bodyweight session at home. Strength training is a clinically validated mental health intervention with an evidence base spanning 33 randomized controlled trials. Effect size 0.66 for depression reduction. 2 sessions per week is sufficient. The mechanisms, BDNF, HPA axis normalization, endocannabinoid release, and self-efficacy, make it uniquely comprehensive. It addresses chemistry, neurology, and identity simultaneously. No other single habit produces a comparable range of mental health benefits from such a small time commitment. Subscribe to Habits, backed by science for weekly peer-reviewed research applied to the habits that most improve your health and performance. Book your 2 weekly strength sessions right now, in your calendar, as fixed appointments. Tuesday and Saturday. Monday and Thursday. Any 2 days. The research from 33 trials says that is enough to start changing your brain chemistry this week.